Okay, it's day 2 of the third week, so you are expected to determine the inverse of one-to-one function after this session. Okay, so let's start. Okay, for your concept notes, so definition, let f be a one-to-one function with domain A and range B. Then the inverse f denoted by f negative 1 is a function with domain B and range A defined by f negative 1 of y equals x. If and only if f of x equals y for any y in B. So meaning, an inverse function is a function that reverses another function. Pero dili tanang function na ay inverse. Okay? As stated here, a function has an inverse if and only if it is a one-to-one function. So meaning, one-to-one function as discussed earlier, that a one-to function is a function with wherein each domain has a unique output. So meaning if your function is one-to-one, it has an inverse. Okay. Okay, so before we proceed, let us talk about horizontal line test. Okay, so horizontal line test, this test is used to determine if a graph of a function is a one-to-one function. Okay, so you look at this graph, we have here a linear and a graph of a quadratic function. Okay, so for the linear function, if you draw a horizontal line here, okay, okay, if we draw a horizontal line here, okay, so it intersects to the graph only once. So if the horizontal line intersects to the graph only once, so this means that the graph is a one-to-one function. But if the horizontal line intersects to the graph more than one, okay, in this graph, it intersects to the graph twice, so meaning that this is not a one-to-one function. So if it is not a one-to-one function, meaning it doesn't have an inverse function. Okay, for your first example, find the inverse of f of x equals to 3x plus 1. So we have here the steps. Okay, your first step is write in the form of y equals to f of x. So, okay, you have to check. Okay, replace f of x with y. Okay, so this one. Okay, f of x is replaced with y. For the second step, interchange x and y. Baylua. So x and y. Okay, so there are. So x and y are being interchanged. For the third step, solve for y in terms of x. So we are going to get to solve for the equation of y. So what is the equation for y or the function for y? Okay, we have this one, 3x minus 1 equals 3y. So si 1, gitransfer sa pikas to separate y. Next is y is equals to x minus 1 over 3. This anigikan. Okay, both sides are divided by 3. Okay, so we can now cancel out this one. Therefore, y is equals to x minus 1 over 3. So this is the inverse of 3x plus 1. Okay? Okay, let's try this second example. F of x equals to x cubed minus 2. The same step. First step, we write in the form of y equals to f of x. Replace f of x with y. Okay, replace f of x with y. Okay, next is interchange x and y. So here is interchange x and y. Inigbaylo ninyo mabilin si exponent. Okay, for example, this one, x cube man eh, pag baylo, si y, kay wa man siya 1 raman niya exponent, so x only, then si y na maoy cube. Okay, next is solve for y in terms of x. So you have to transfer this one to the left side. So negative 2, that will become positive. So this is x plus 2 equals to y cubed. Then, to eliminate this exponent, we have to, we have to get the third root. So we have here cube root of cube root of cube root of x plus 2 and cube root of y cube. Okay, so we have here cube root of y cube. Then, so here it is, cube root of y cube, that is y equals to cube root of x plus 2. So therefore, the inverse of f of x equals to x cubed minus 2 is cube root of x plus 2. Okay, we have here our third example. Find the inverse of f of x equals to 2x plus 1 over 3x minus 4. So as we observe, this is a rational function. So first, the same method, replace f of x with y. Okay, so replace f of x with y. So we have here y is equals to 2x plus 1 over 3x minus 4. Next is interchange x and y. So if you have observed, we have here x in the numerator and in the denominator. So if pagbaylo ninyo, so it will become 2y plus 1 over 3y minus 4. Okay, equals x. Next is, so cross multiply. So this one is being cross multiplied here. So therefore, x times 3y minus 4 equals to 2y plus 1. Okay? Then, distribute x. So, dalhin na siya gikan na class. Then x times 3y, that is 3xy. X times negative 4y, that is negative 4y. Equals 2y plus 1. Next is you have to combine similar terms. So, the may y dari sa pikas, dari pos pikas na y. So, you have to transfer 2y to the left side. So then, this will happen. 3xy minus 2y equals to si negative 4x transfer pod na himong 4x plus 1. Next is you have to factor out. Okay, because y is common for these two terms, so you can factor out y. Therefore, gigawa si y, 3xy divided by y, that is 3x, 2y divided by y, that is 2. So, mo na ni ang result, y times 3x minus 2 equals to 4x plus 1. Okay? So, therefore, next is cross multiply. Okay? We have here over 1 money. So, you have to cross multiply na lang na siya to the denominator. So, 3x minus 2 times 1. So, here is your result. So, 4x plus 1 over 3x minus 2. So, meaning, this is the inverse of f of x equals to 2x plus 1 over 3x minus 4. Okay. Okay, and for our last example, find the inverse of f of x equals to x squared plus 4x minus 2. So if you are going to look, this is a quadratic function because of the degree of 2. Okay, in our previous example, we have seen that the graph of a quadratic function will not pass to the horizontal line test. So meaning, this is not a one-to-one function. So therefore, now conclude, the function has no inverse because this is not a one-to-one function. But if we decide to continue to solving the inverse of this one, so it will yield this result, y equals plus minus square root of x plus 6 minus 2, which is not a function because it gives us two different values because of this symbol, positive and negative. All right, let's call it a day. So thank you and enjoy learning.